Danny DeRito, 23.
Yeah. So good to see you again.
You too.
Good to see you.
So let's talk to Bikeriders. So you guys have both seen a lot of success recently, and so I'm sure you get a lot of roles offered to you. And I wanted to ask, what attracted you both to this particular role?
I think the biggest thing initially was to work with Jeff Nichols. You know, I think for the both of us, he's been someone who we've really admired for a long time. Very sophisticated filmmaker who, for me, was always seemed to be very character driven. And I think then when you get a script like this, which has such a plethora of incredible characters that are so rich, you know that it's kind of in the right hands and it's going to be made extremely well. So I think that was a big thing. And then also, you know, that the film was based on a book of photographs by Danny Lyon, and, you know, just to know that you have some kind of source material to kind of embrace and enjoy was probably the biggest thing.
Yeah, I could just second what Jodie said. I mean, Jeff was probably the main reason why I wanted to join in the first place. But then once I read the script, and you know, you read a lot of scripts, and this one I could see the movie as I was reading it, and I thought this is the type of movie I want to see, and it was also one of the coolest characters I'd ever read. You know, so getting to explore Benny was exciting, and then as I continued to talk to Jeff, and when Jodie came on board, it was just exhilarating, and Tom and Michael Shannon and Mike Feist and just Norman Reedus. So they are incredible cast across the board. They're just it was really exciting.
The next thing I wanted to ask is, with the time period, obviously the wardrobe is very specific,
Yeah.
but how involved were you guys with the wardrobe for your character?
I mean, Erin, our costume designer, was so incredible.
She's amazing.
I mean, and she herself is just such a innate sense of style. And had some incredible instincts. I think I had quite specific conversations with her in a sense of we got together and were speaking about what we'd noticed in the images. Were there certain things that I felt like I absolutely needed, or, you know, those kind of influences. But then I very much took her lead. You know, I think that's the lovely thing about what we do, is you meet these people who are expertise in what they do, you know, and they have a totally different skill set and instinct, and it's amazing to embrace that, you know, because they always think of things that you would never ever think about, you know. And she was incredibly open, and I think she designed the Vandals logo. I feel like she was kind of the brains behind I think she did.
Yeah, for whatever reason. Well, let's check on that. Yeah.
Is that a lie?
No, I would assume she did, but I also know this. I think Oliver did at least the tattoo stuff, but I'm not sure if.
Anyway,
we'll figure that out.
Yeah.
Erin's
Don't quote us on
Erin's
that.
the
They're all
best.
geniuses. Yeah.
I was a big fan of Erin beforehand because she did Drive. She did Place Beyond the Pines, and some incredible films. It was just a matter of getting together with her for me and just trying on all the amazing clothes that she pulled and figuring out exactly the vintage leather jacket and boots and
so much good.
and all the details. You know, it's like, I wonder if you can see it. I don't know, it's not on this picture, but there's a picture of Benny from behind where he's at a stoplight, and when you look at the picture in detail, you realize he has a chain wrapped around his waist. And so things like that, where he would have the chain locked around his waist that then he could take off and use as a lock on the bike, and details like that were so cool to see.
A lot of incredible talent on this film, and you guys are both wonderful. And thank you for giving your time. And
thank you.
It was great chatting with you again.
Thank you. Yeah, 2 days in a row.